Hi everyone, my name is YOGESH Punia. I'm a trained graduate teacher mathematics at Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Ministry of Education, New Delhi, India. As a part of my job profile, I encounter students from class 6 to 10th. So, from the class 6 students who have just passed their primary classes to the class 10 students who are just ready to enter into the world of physics, chemistry, and mathematics specialized branches. So I term this 6th to 10th as a bridge between the concepts and the abstraction of concepts. So you know certain things and then you try to find out the abstract nature of those concepts. So in between this, the student learns the evolution of concepts and how they could be abstractly defined or understood or proved or even verified. Just imagine when a child enters into class 6th, the child is getting the concept of a circle or a square or a rhombus or in fact even a trapezium or something. But the moment the child gets into class 7th and then into class 8th and then 9th, so this class 8th, it's so very remarkable one for us because class 8th is the class where the student is transiting from the concept of two-dimensional to three-dimensional. And the very fact that the same student who has been drawing a circle in their notebook is now given the concept of sphere that may or may not be drawn on the notebook. Certain students or certain teachers are skilled. I am not one of them, trust me. So I can't draw a sphere on a blackboard or on a whiteboard or on a smart board or on a green board. And the reason that I gave it is that since it's a three-dimensional figure, how can I draw it on a two-dimensional plane? No, the fact is this is not what mathematics stands for. Mathematics stands for that if there is a concept, then there has to be a way of explaining the concept, and the senses have to be used. So that's why I use this opportunity to understand how exactly augmented reality based curriculum or the instructional modules could help my students in understanding certain few concepts of geometry. Just imagine the fact that pre-COVID, the classrooms were mostly physical or the interaction was purely physical and the ICT part was just there to assist us. No, no, if you want to show something, let us have a project or let us try to use the ICT part. So the ICT part was just there to assist us in the teaching and learning process. And boom, COVID came and everything changed. So we were forced to give the ICT part or the educational technology the driving seat in handling the teaching learning environment. And that is what made us reshuffle our cards and try to visit things from another perspective. See, the fact is that when COVID came, my child was sitting in front of a laptop or a desktop or a mobile, and I was not sure that whether, although I'm telling the concept of a sphere or a trapezium that will get converted into a prism, or I might say that okay, there exists a pyramid. Are you able to understand it? The child will say yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I am getting everything, but deep inside, the child is not able to cope up. And then if I simply replace that picture with a child having access to a smartphone, which will be working as an individualized teaching learning material for the child will be scanning a code and boom, there comes a trapezium. Oh no, the trapezium is now converting into a three-dimensional shape. Oh, is it a prism? Or you go for a circle and now the circle is slowly evolving into a sphere. So this is what exactly augmented reality can do to us. A lot of people might get confused between the virtual reality and augmented reality. Just give me a very simple clarification. Virtual reality is something that focuses on two things, that there has to be the delivery of a specialized device to the individual who would like to experience it, and that is not going to be very cheap, we must note. And the second thing, that the virtual reality works on certain specific sensory receptors or something like that for us. So it might look very good to us as compared to AR, but the fact is, education is something that should be affordable to all. And that is why providing virtual reality based environment to everyone as a teacher or as a parent or as a stakeholder is not that easy for us. So we thought of using the AR based learning modules available on the internet, and we were blessed enough due to so many people encouraging the developers to put some AR based modules on various aspects of geometry and algebra and all other. And now you can see that they are being flooded with this. The internet is flooded with the AR based conceptualized modules. So the fact is that the very basis of augmented reality is that the teaching learning material, or the fact that the teaching learning material is to be made available to every student, which encourages the students to learn, is based upon whether it is affordable or not. This is something that the augmented reality promises. Access to the smartphone is something that is very common. More than 95 to 98% of the students all over the globe, they might have access to the smartphones, irrespective of the fact that I am generalizing it. But I would still say that around 95% of the students might be having access to the smartphones. And every smartphone is having an option of scanning a QR code. And when there is a QR code, you could scan it, and then you will see things rising up. Now, the fact is, why exactly we have to use this is because of three things. First, the delivery of the content has become more dynamic. The classrooms have become more lively because of them. Second thing, as a teacher, I might be taking classes, and on 40 students, I might be having 2 or 3 teaching aids at a time to show them. But this augmented reality, my dear friends, has made me cater to the need of each and every individual who is having a smartphone. If you have a smartphone, or if you have a tablet, or if you have any device that could scan a QR code and you have a camera into it, you could see the magic of AR happening. And the third thing is that now my classrooms are not limited to the time intervals that the school or me or any other individual has decided. So I give them a task, they try to do it with me. Once the class is over, they try to do it again. They succeed, and then they search for more content, and then they explore. So, the very fact that the intrinsic motivation is being pumped into the students due to this AR is something that really inspires me to use this in my upcoming video lectures or the teaching learning modules. Now, the fact is, the the foundation of Flash, that, because see, the fact is, a lot of people might be asking this, that okay, even before COVID we were using Flash enabled teaching learning materials, so why we are focusing on the AR part? Two things. First one, the Flash content was not that much interactive as compared to the AR one. You cannot touch the Flash content and rotate it. You cannot take a trapezium and rotate it using your smartphone. In case of a Flash, in case of a AR, it's totally you are the boss. And the second thing is that we live in a world where the student is getting exposed to all kind of animations. And this is a harsh truth. So why would a student go for a flash based teaching learning material which has got very old animations? And that is why augmented reality is going to be the future of our teaching learning materials, because A, it is affordable, and B, it is always updated. So the child will be motivated again to pursue the AR based teaching learning materials and, improve their knowledge. Just for the perspective of the uh, learned members and the participant in this international conference, this is how things went. The non-AR group and the AR group is there, and the mean and the standard deviation, all the values have been mentioned, and we could see that there has been a very significant difference. The AR group performed really well. We try to zero out certain discrepancies in terms of the first, the education background of the child and the socioeconomic background of the child with the same one. We also try to zero out the fact that those students were not taken into the study who were already familiar with AR, or who were having access to the AR based technologies or the study material that is been available on the internet. But if there has been certain errors, we surely do apologize for that, because that is beyond my human capacity. So I once again would thank you everyone for allowing me and bearing me for this part of presentation. I wish everyone all the best participating in this fourth international conference on the virtual reality. Thank you so much. Thank you.